The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
Hello, everyone. It's the week of June 24th, 2019. My name is Taylor Cooper, and this might be news to you, Kev.
You're so dumb.
You're so dumb, Kev. Season 2, Episode 8, coming at you. I'm Taylor Cooper. With me, as always, co-host Kev. What up, Kev?
What's up, guys?
We got a special guest. Co-host Danny couldn't be here tonight. We got Greg from Foundation Radio. What's up, Greg?
Oh, hey.
What's up, CJ? CJ's here.
Did I show up on the wrong show?
CJ is on the wrong show again. CJ is, for those of you who don't know, my spiritual advisor and technical guru, and we have a lot of important things to talk about. For those of you who are not on Patreon, go to patreon.com/MBN Network for more details. Plans start at just $5. You're going to get an extra episode tonight, plus the State of the Network address. Okay? I have things to talk about. I am going to talk to the Patreon people first. All the information that I'm going to give at the end of this episode will be available to everyone else just much later. So
Sounds like a snooze fest.
snooze fest, Kev. Get ready for it. Okay, it's gonna run late. Okay, extra late. I got a lot of things to talk about. But before that, we have Greg here. No Danny, so no good news. I didn't feel like doing it.
I just didn't feel like doing it.
I just didn't feel like doing it.
Way to be on your game.
Listen to me right now.
Wait, so no good news because Danny's not here, or no good news because Greg is here?
No. It's not. It has nothing to do with you being here.
I know.
Danny is our good news
I thought the
master.
good news was that Netflix canceled Good Omens.
Oh. So, for those of you who don't know, people have been complaining to Netflix about a show that isn't even on Netflix. Shout out to those idiots.
And Amazon Prime canceled Stranger Things.
Right.
In a reply to Good Omens getting canceled.
Fucking crazy. But, so no, Danny is our master of good news. And, I don't know. There's plenty of good news out there this week. I just didn't really look it up much because I was doing my job. Right, Kev?
Sure.
What do you have to contribute right now?
Nothing.
See? I knew it.
You're not contributing good news, so what's the difference?
What's the difference, Kev? The show is in shambles. No. So Greg is here from Foundation Radio. I'm a little out of it right now because there's an episode of Might Be Brews coming this week that, spoiler alert, we already recorded it. We recorded it in this time space continuum last night, and I had no idea that they were coming.
Oh.
I had no idea that we were recording an episode where I drink a bunch of beer on a Thursday night that I was planning on going to bed at a reasonable hour.
To which you did not show up to Kevin Reeves' drinking party.
That's why I didn't go. Right. Because I knew I was going to have a shitty day on Friday. And I texted Kevin Reeve for his draft party. I was like, yeah, I can't make it because I don't want to drink tonight. And then not 30 minutes later, Jackie looks out the window and is like, the Brews guys are here. What are you talking about? And they like walked in, and the guy Brett that's going to be on the show, he's like, you look like you got punked. I'm like, that's what I feel like. I feel like you guys are just like showing up randomly, like just to fuck with me right now. I'm like, no, we're here. They had a bunch of beer. Like, we did a whole episode. It was great.
We just decided to do this, but we just didn't tell you. We figured you were just sitting at your computer.
I think what they did was like they had a text message thread that I wasn't a part of that they figured out when they were going to record next, and that's just how it worked. But whatever. Tune in to Might Be Brews this week. It's a trip. It was really fun.
Actually, all the shows were drinking at the bar together, and they drew the short straw and just showed up to record.
I'm sure like 4 minutes before they arrived, somebody looked at the text chat and was like, oh, Taylor's not a part of this.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm sure he'll be there.
He'll find out soon enough.
He's not going to be doing anything else, right? I don't know. No, it was great. It was. It took me a minute to collect myself, but we got it done. So tune into that. That's coming out Friday. But Wednesday, we have, Thursday. Thursday, Foundation Radio.
Thursday.
New Foundation Radio this week. That's where Greg's from.
Where I'm from. That land.
So
nonsense.
On the last episode of Foundation Radio, we talked to David Tuck, the Holocaust survivor, right?
That was wild. It was
really good. it was great meeting him and being a part of that.
Yeah.
And you guys putting that together was just fabulous.
I mean, that was mostly Adam and just happenstance. Jeff. I knew Jeff from before I went to Westchester with Adam. We were hanging out at Delaware County Community College, just being dumb young kids. And then, like, more than 10 years later, I still by chance know this guy, and he's doing all this great work. And with was a hammock. I always forget the name of it. Hammock. It's a Holocaust Awareness Memorial and Education Center.
Yes, I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's really it's an important place. I should remember the name. Sorry, Hammock. Sorry, Jeff. With a G, but but no, it's a really great place. Jeff is a really great guy, and he's very passionate about what he does and has to say for the world. So
it was a crazy experience. Me and Jackie went with you guys, and we talked about
Jackie and I
went. Thank you, Kev.
Yep.
we and Jackie.
we went with you guys, and we talked about it a little bit on the show. But one of my favorite parts about David was that he was hitting on my wife while I was there.
Oh yeah,
and he like knew it hardcore. Like he was into it, and it was just. But he was like such a great person, and like the story that he told was just beyond fascinating. This week on Foundation Radio.
Real quick before you go into that, I saw his game happen in front of me, and it was great because he was telling me about the artifacts in the museum.
Yeah.
And Jackie just like comes over and she's like, oh, and he just like completely flips and he's just like, I got you in my trap.
Yo, that's exactly what it was like too.
I was like, oh, bye, Dave. Okay, see you later.
Yeah.
Tell me about this thing. But
we were like
Jackie.
setting up, and like you and Adam were helping me like unload stuff, and he's just off in a corner somewhere with Jackie, just like talking about everything in the room and everything that was around. It was just crazy. But then I heard him in the middle of it. Are you on Facebook? But anyway, this week on Foundation Radio is a little bit more relaxed, I think, than that. We had Joe Keane makes his first appearance on the show.
Joe Keane?
The Joe Keane.
The one and only. There is only one of that man in the entire world.
And
have him.
Hilarity ensues for sure. I had a great time recording that episode with you guys, and after that we did an interview with Darren Prince that'll come out in the next few weeks. That was also very, very crazy.
Yes,
parts of that interview gave me straight up goosebumps. So did David Tux, but Darren Prince, the way he was telling the story and the way I'm referring to a story that involves Muhammad Ali. Greg, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil it, but just absolutely incredible the way he told that story. And I don't know, Foundation Radio, you guys are doing big things already. We're the newest edition.
We're just doing our best.
Now,
that's all that we can do.
For the listeners that don't know much about Foundation Radio and maybe who hasn't checked it out, why don't you tell our listeners the best you can about Foundation Radio, like who's on it, what it is, how long you've been doing it, stuff.
Best I can do, man.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Didn't think I was doing. No, I'm okay. So Foundation Radio originally started in Westchester University College Radio, WCUR, The Curve, 91.7. And it started out with just me, really, on my show. And before that, it was Randy Oxman, Greg Mead. So rock out with your ox out and beat your mead. And then it was just me. I thought I was going to kind of stop doing it. And I was like, I'm kind of bored, blah, blah, blah. And then in walked Adam Barnard. And he was like, I was on Connecticut School Broadcasting Radio. I had a show, Foundation Radio. Can I come hang out with you on the radio? I was like, sure. We're roommates. Why not? So we started doing that, started having more fun, started hanging out a little bit more, getting more, compatible. And we started figuring out what works for us. And, Adam then met CJ and that whole crew of, I guess, people. So
delinquents,
miscreants,
drunks,
just Westchester people, really. And CJ started coming, hanging out.
Townies, if you will.
Townies, yes. Adam met up with Joe. He met Sam through the radio, and we kind of just all came together and just in this big weird pot of stew just made this fun show that we enjoyed doing. And we got a small fan base at college and, at large, abroad, whatever you want to call it. And we just figured, let's try to do it again. And we tried to do it one podcast from Adam's kitchen. Kind of this setup, little bit way less. It just turned into us getting drunk for 4 hours and screaming about shit that we used to do. And we were like, we can't do this. So a few years after that, Adam, we're talking and he brings up Taylor Cooper and Mr. CJ Schumann.
Always resurfing, full
Always
circle. Resurfing.
It's
like recycling.
Yeah.
It's like recycling. It's
Reduce,
just,
reuse, recycle,
yes.
CJ. And, we were talking and we were like, well, maybe that's kind of what we need. We need somebody who actually knows what they're doing, Taylor Cooper, to kind of help guide us and foster us like, no, you guys need this. He's a pretty hands-off guy.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, he's, giving us direction and, making sure we got our ducks in a row. And, it's kind of something that we need. We're more of the inspiration to your canvas, Taylor.
The one you guys
so get
Jesus
Kev
Christ,
hates
dude,
it.
he's
So
not
dumb.
going to be able to fit through the
I
fucking
know.
door.
Kev
I
hates
know.
it. Kev hates it. I love it. I love it that Kev hates
I'm
it.
sorry, Kev.
Kev, eat a dick, Kev. I'm way cooler than you, bro.
Taylor,
That's
how
fine.
big are your headphones? How big are your headphones at this point? Like, how big do they get?
Yo, they're maxed out.
They got bed springs on them.
No, I have a great time with you guys. The thing, and I said this to Adam, is that, I 100% creative control for you guys and everybody. But like, I'm just here to do this part.
Yeah.
To just be here and press record and
Sam and Adam, they're the editors, producers. I don't do any of that. I don't understand any of that.
You just show up.
I just show up and I'm here.
It's like Kev.
Greg just shows up and is ready to make dick and fart jokes.
Just like Kev. He's got silly riddles and dad jokes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You guys can't
know
figure
what?
them out.
You know what, Kev?
It's true. You did.
Tell
You got us
everyone
before.
you gave us.
All right. So,
It's a good one.
You did this before the show.
yeah, go to the store, you buy a bat and a ball for $1.10. $1.10 is the price of the bat and the ball. The ball is $1 less than the bat. How much is the ball?
Now we know the answer, but guaranteed the people listening to this are just as stupid as we are and have the wrong answer, but they think they're right. So just imagine that they're saying, just say no, like you did to us. You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. It's not 10 cents. It's not.
You know what? After this episode airs, first person to answer correctly gets a PA Beer Review Experience Pennsylvania Breweries
Sticker.
to put on whatever the hell they feel like.
Comment on our Facebook.
Comment on
Please.
our Facebook. And Kev, don't say the answer until the end of the show.
Okay.
Okay? So, Foundation Radio, check
Yes.
it out on Thursday.
Yep.
CJ, we've got
Yes.
you here. You're not on Might Be News all the time. You are on Might Be Sports all the time.
Yes.
You are on Novak and Franz all the time.
Yes.
You've even produced an episode of Novak and Franz by yourself.
Yeah.
Shout out to CJ. And you are the technical director of the network.
If you want to call me that, yes.
Essentially, my partner in crime.
Yes.
I talk to CJ a lot. Not all the time, but whenever I'm
A
stressed.
lot.
Whenever I'm stressed, I hit CJ
All the time.
because CJ
sleep.
calms me down.
Sleeping Jackie. Just talk about CJ.
Spiritual advisor. But you have recently made a very significant change to our SoundCloud page. Why don't you
Yes.
talk about that for a second?
So while I was waiting for the YouTube to process and upload, it's sitting in front of a computer. I got bored. So I decided to make playlists for every show on the network so you can hear them. So if you just want to listen to one show, you now have all the shows in order. and even for Relatable Radio, when they did the ladies' night on Might Be News,
You put those on that playlist.
I put that on their playlist.
See,
and then
it's attention to detail.
and then
Organizational
when
skills, this guy.
Novak and Franz announced on Might Be News,
That's
their
on
show
playlist.
is coming.
Wow.
That is on their playlist.
Wow. Straight up attention to detail from CJ, basically in all aspects. And now you can go to SoundCloud and listen to. You can binge listen to different shows.
Yeah, the
If
show's
you-
in order, so you don't have to listen to.
Yep.
I mean, we want you to listen to all the shows, but if you just want to binge on one at a time, you now have the option to just binge through it.
This
You
is
just
a great.
want to hear beers crack every 10 minutes for the next 8 hours.
Yes.
You can do that.
You can do that. You can do that. If you only listen to this show, now is your best chance, your best opportunity to go to SoundCloud and pick a different show on the network that you've never listened to before, or maybe you've only heard bits and pieces of, and check it out because it's all right there. Easy peasy. mbnnetwork.com. Go to SoundCloud and check it out. I got some news. To talk about.
Well, might be.
Might be news. Some people might have already heard about some of this stuff. But this is in Cleveland. The Cleveland Clinic has joined other top hospitals in North America and can now offer in utero surgery. The hospital announced last Wednesday that after more than a year of preparations, they have successfully completed Northern Ohio's first ever surgery on a fetus inside the uterus to repair spina bifida.
Whew. I was going to ask, what was it for? That's
That's
big
deep.
one.
That's
Yeah.
a big one.
That's just not
Yeah.
missing a toe. That's a big one.
They're not just like putting a Band-Aid on a baby.
Yeah.
In the fucking womb, they're not
Yeah.
putting a Band-Aid on the baby.
Maybe they got cut or something. Like they had to put like a
Yeah,
microscopic
there's sharp
bandage
objects
on
on
it.
the uterine wall. Yeah.
Tiny stitches.
When a mom gets pregnant, just, broken glass up there too. Survive.
But how crazy is that?
That's insane.
Like they're able to just go inside there and do. I mean, I assume that the surgery for spina bifida is pretty intense,
yeah.
right?
And now
I can
it's
imagine.
fixed.
Now it's fixed.
Is it success? Was it successful?
It was. Yeah. Yep.
So the baby's cured.
I mean, as far as I know,
Yeah.
Well,
Way to be on top of it.
I don't know if it could like
When-
come back though. You know what I mean? I don't know anything about spina bifida. I'm not a doctor, Kev.
Did it say when the operation occurred?
Last week.
Okay, well, we'll find out in 6 to 8 months, I guess,
Yeah.
when he's born.
The surgery was on a nearly 23-week fetus with a birth defect. Oh, I'm sorry, it happened in February.
Oh, okay.
So the
So
baby's
is the baby
born.
okay?
So yeah,
So
I
it's
guess-
success. It's a success.
Yeah,
Nice.
because they
Yeah.
named the baby after the doctors that did it.
It's crazy.
Wow.
The whole thing's crazy. But I saw that and I just thought it was absolutely nuts. Can you imagine like if like you were waiting on your baby to get delivered and it's just like, or it's in the stages of the pregnancy and they're just
Right.
like, yeah, we're trying to go in here and do some like major surgery on this unborn baby. Kev,
Bugging.
how do you feel about it?
I'd be freaking out. Freaking out when my wife gave birth to my 2 kids. Oh my God. That was the most stress I've ever been through in my life.
My next story is 2 Australian researchers made a bizarre discovery while examining hundreds of X-rays of skulls,
I'm into it.
finding that about a third of them had bone growths that kind of look like horns at the base of like the neck. and
Yeah,
where
bottom of the skull.
Yeah, bottom of the skull. The development of the growths may be attributed to extensive screen time, the researchers said.
It's like a hook.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like the Batman
Can't see
horns,
nothing.
but you don't have your glasses on. They kind of look like Batman
What
horns,
the-
but like towards the bottom of your head.
So why would my head being up more? Is it grinding it down if my head's up? Like, what is it grinding against? I don't
know if it's grinding. It's forward head flexion or bending the head down, and poor posture could be the reasons for these changes. That's just that's hypothetical.
I'm checking my head.
They're
says-
both here.
It says-
Kevin and Greg are both checking their skulls for horns.
I did earlier.
So CJ's not the,
CJ's
is the
just, I'm
only
gonna live in this
not
world of
normal
mystery.
one. I'm kidding.
I mean,
Knowing my luck, I got huge horns on the back of my head.
if I have it, it's not affecting me. So
There you go.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. It says
Touche.
most bone spurs don't cause pain and require no treatment, but they can become a problem if they reach a certain size. But I'm trying to find out, there's
all right. So how big is too big?
I would assume
You'll
when
know.
it starts to like protrude
Well, yeah, you'll know.
through your skin. Yeah.
That's kind of the point of what he just said. You'll know.
I assume it's when it starts coming out through your skin.
Yeah.
But I also don't know how gradual.
The
Most of
bone
these-
will protrude through the skin.
I mean, if this keeps
Potentially
happening, yeah.
could.
If they keep
Yeah.
growing,
God.
yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
cool.
You've seen people break their legs and it comes through the skin. Any
Yeah.
bone can come through.
I'm throwing my kids' tablets away.
No, you just have to
Just duct tape them to the ceiling.
Yeah. So they're looking up,
So they get bone spurs out of their chin.
and then they can grow goatees,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then no one will ever see it.
Everybody's got huge butt chins. Like those super like defined chins, like superhero
Oh, dude,
chins.
one
Like
day
the
you'll
Tick
see
or
me
some
without
shit.
a beard. This donk on my face.
My next story, Keith. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Raniere, former leader of self-help group NXIVM. I don't know what it means, but he has been convicted on federal charges for his role in what prosecutors describe as a sex cult. What? On Wednesday, a jury found this guy guilty on 7 charges, including 2 counts of sex trafficking, racketeering, and forced labor conspiracy, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of New York. The Associated Press reports that the jury took less than 5 hours to deliberate after a trial in which lasted about 6 weeks. Other charges include attempted sex trafficking, wire fraud conspiracy, and racketeering conspiracy. Sentencing is to take place September 25th. It's a quote. This trial has been going around. Raniere, who has portrayed himself as a savant and genius, was in fact a massive manipulator, a con man, and the crime boss of a cult-like organization involved in sex trafficking, child pornography, extortion, compelled abortions, branding, degrading, and humiliation. How fucking crazy is that?
He's going to jail.
So this is like a self-help organization that is basically just a front for like some crazy fucking sex trafficking, child trafficking cult.
He's going to jail.
This guy's gonna fucking die in jail.
Yeah. He's going to be there a while.
He's one of several group members who have been charged since the New York Times first broke the NXIVM story in 2017, where it reported that an exclusive group existed within the group, and members were required to offer naked photographs as collateral in case they revealed the group's existence.
Way to bring down the mood.
Yep. Now, I remember learning about, like, what is it, Jerry Jones or whatever it was, where he, like, just made everyone drink the Kool-Aid in, like, South Africa or something.
Yeah.
I always remember hearing about that, and I was like, man, I wonder what the next one like that is going to be. And it's like crap like that guy.
Dude.
That's the next Jerry Jones. And it's not a good thing to have happen.
I don't know, but I feel like if you're in a sex club, you're an exhibitionist. So what's really the nude photos of you getting out about? I mean, you just make sure you send them a photo of when you're having a good dick day.
Good dick day. Well groomed.
Dick day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
I was
groomed.
going to say, what's a good dick day?
Yeah. You know, it's not a cold day, so it's not shriveled up. And, you know, it's looking good.
Yo,
You know, everything's...
Okay.
speaking of good dick day, I saw really. Listen, no, I watched that.
Oh, God. He watched a good day.
I know. I saw a good. I saw a dick. Listen, I watched that the first episode of that new HBO show, Euphoria, because I heard that it was
Okay.
like really crazy and explicit. Right?
Yeah.
I wanted to see what it was all about. And
He
it's
saw
all about
40
drugs,
dicks.
dude. I didn't see that. That didn't happen yet. But I will
Spoiler
say
alert.
that I've seen plenty of dicks on HBO, right? Game of Thrones had dicks all over the place.
Dick swinging.
There's been dicks all over the place on HBO. But this was the first time I saw a fully erect dick on HBO. Usually it's some flopping ass little thing.
Yeah.
No, not in Euphoria, bro.
It was a good dick day.
That's not how they get down. It was a good dick day on Euphoria.
Was it like, yeah, it's
A split second of hard dick, but it was like, that's a hard dick on HBO. Like, I don't, that's new. You know what I mean? I was like, that's something new for HBO. I don't know. Good dick- good dick
that's
day.
a whole
Man.
nother skill.
I was like, are they allowed to do this? Like, I was like, I don't know.
Keeping up while the camera's rolling, that's a whole nother skill.
It's got to be a reason that nobody else had a hard dick on HBO.
Was it relatable dick, or was it like, man, that's a TV dick?
I think it was pretty relatable dick. It wasn't like some enormous dick. It was like a average dick, I would assume. I've only seen a couple dicks. You know? So, but no, it was a good dick day for Euphoria, or whoever got it in that show anyway. The next thing I have, real quick before we take break, is federal officials have made a massive cocaine bust in Philadelphia.
Ooh.
Happened this past week, seizing an estimated 16.5 tons of cocaine from a ship there.
That is a lot of cocaine.
That is a lot.
Apparent street value is over $1 billion.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
Someone had a bad day.
Somebody died.
Probably a few people.
Someone's about to have some bad dick days in jail.
No, straight up, bad dick days in jail.
So it looks like my weekend plans have changed. So what's everyone doing?
I was saying just in time for Firefly, right? That's when it was this past weekend, right? So the historic bust, the largest in the history of the Eastern District of Pennsylvania, comes amid a series of large seizures of the drug in the Northeast, including a record seizure of $18 million worth of the drug in March. So this is the newest, biggest. The most recent one before this was also, the second biggest.
Was that one in Philly?
$18 million worth in March.
Yeah, that was in Philly.
It was in Philly.
Holy shit. Philly, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yep, it was in Philly. I'm looking at it right now. But so over 16.5 tons of coke. How many people, what do you think the over-under of people that were murdered because of that? Or at least, are about to be, or in serious, serious trouble?
Because of that one bust?
Yeah.
How many people were on that boat?
I don't
Because
know.
guaranteed you that number to begin with.
Yeah.
37 and a half.
Well, the thing is, you see, yeah, right. You see, shows like The Sopranos or Breaking Bad or whatever, and obviously they sensationalize some of this, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I would think that if somebody fucked up hard enough to get 16 and a half tons of my coke busted, I'd want to kill everybody.
Couple hundred.
I want to kill everybody.
Just start capping people.
It's $1 billion.
You're dead.
Yep,
Bang!
yep. Kill everybody. The whole family, everybody's gone. Bye-bye. Right?
Yeah.
My closest contact to any kind of drug bust was at a festival. I'm not going to say where or how I was connected to it because I don't want to. This guy, he had sold his house for like $350,000, bought a whole mess of ecstasy, and just had in his backpack, and he was going around to different festivals selling that. He's going to retire on it. He's like 50, something like that. And he was doing everything smart. He, talked to the right people to sell it and things like that. The way that he got caught, dumbest way ever, sparked up a 3-foot bong in front of the cop tent at the festival. They instantly walked over to him, grabbed his backpack, turned it upside down, and thousands of pills poured out with stacks of cash. And they were like, "What's this?"
Wow.
That was the largest bust of ecstasy on the Eastern Seaboard at the time.
Wow.
I don't know, what has happened
if anything's
since.
topped it.
Yeah, probably has. But at the time, and I was at that festival and I saw that go down. And I was like, oh, I'm going to walk away now.
Hope you got yours before they busted them.
No, of course not. No, I did not. I've never done that shit.
So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got a new What's the Point late review. Finish it off with some This Week in History, Kev.
Yep.
Right?
Yup.
You've got all these things.
All of them
Wow.
on top of it.
8 weeks in. It's that sounder, dude. It's the sounder. He's afraid of it. He doesn't want the sounder. Right?
You've already outplayed it. So, I mean, it's whatever. You outplayed it in the second episode.
I outplayed it. Never. It's never been outplayed. But I am being fair with it.
Yeah, I'm also sick of hearing you talk.
We'll be right back after this.
So you've been listening to the Might Be News Network, but you still can't get enough each week? Become our patron on Patreon. Head to patreon.com/MBN Network to become a patron and get exclusive content now. For as little as $5 per month, you'll get access to extended episodes of all your favorite shows, as well as perks including MBN merch and monthly giveaways. Just want to support the network? Become a patron for as much or as little as you'd like. Patreon.com/MBN Network. 2 hours of bonus content each week guaranteed. Your contributions will help make the Might Be News Network bigger and better than ever before. Patreon.com/MBN Network.
Welcome back to Might Be News. Season 5, Episode 8. Second season for the Might Be News Network.
Yeah, buddy.
Like the ad said, go to patreon.com/MBN Network so you can hear the extra half hour of this show. We're going to do a little state of the network address. Okay. I'm going to try my hardest to
Not make it a snooze fest.
put co-host Kev to sleep. That's my goal tonight.
Past his bedtime.
It is.
You can,
Tired.
speaking of it, man, I'm telling you, go on there. We do monthly giveaways. This month, we're going to give away, shout out to Riley from, he's at Cali Grammar. Cali, CALLIGRAMMER. Go check him out on Instagram. I got some art from him, and I'm going to give some of it away on Patreon. We do monthly giveaways. Different tiers get different amounts of, chances to win. But I'm giving away, there's a Captain America picture that he drew, with the script of the first Avengers movie. And it's very dope. I posted a picture of it on our Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/MBN Network. Whatever tier you join, you get an entry into this giveaway. So do it. Plan starter $5. It's a dope thing. I got more art from him. Shout out to him. Fantastic stuff. Check him out. He's out of San Diego, he said. And I met him when he stopped by. He's in town for a limited amount of time, and he was able to stop by and drop the stuff off for me. It was fantastic. Fantastic. Gave me a picture of the Eagles logo over there. It was written with the script from not the script, but the telecast of the Super Bowl. So dope. It's like highlighted in green a little bit where the Philly special happened, and
Big Dick Nick.
Yep. Oh, it's so dope. It's so dope.
Yeah.
So very, very hype on it. Shout out to Riley. You guys ready for What's the Point? Let's do it.
What's the point? Is there a point to this? What is your point?
Are you just going to sit there and look stupid?
Kev, what's your point?
So the NHL draft is tonight.
As we're recording?
As we're recording right now.
Okay.
And actually just 2 minutes ago on my Facebook feed, the Flyers traded down 13th to 14th. No, I'm sorry, traded up to the 11th pick. They took it from the Coyotes. But NHL 20 trailer, I am a fanatic for the NHL franchise, the video game, PlayStation 4, Smurfzilla, 522, get at me, let's play. The new trailer came out for this game. It's supposed to drop September 13th. All the new modes look so dope. All the new physics of the game, of what you can do, and just I'm in love with this trailer. I've watched it 30 times. You know how you watch a trailer for fucking Avengers Endgame 30 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched this thing 30 times.
Nice.
And it looks awesome. I just hope they have GM Connected mode on there this year, unlike last year.
What does that mean?
GM Connected. So I told you I never did fantasy before. That is untrue because I thought about it. GM Connected is you draft a team. You get like 6 guys together. You draft a team. You build a team, and you play with that team.
Okay, so it's like a fantasy squad.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun stuff. But I'm very excited for NHL.
Do all the other teams do that, like in the simulated season that you do?
Yeah. They trade back and forth, and you trade with computers. You trade with the people that you're playing with. Yeah, it's fun stuff.
Can you do that online with other people?
That's what GM Connected is, because you're connected with other people.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's okay. So it's all online based.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So wait, we're leaving this on Smurfzilla.
Well, Smurfzilla
That's
Smurfzilla
always
5
been your thing.
522
Yeah, Smurfzilla 522.
through Xbox, through Xbox One, and now I'm on PlayStation.
Who-
Get at me.
Who gave you that nickname? I wonder.
I wonder too.
That was back in the day, dude.
Way back,
Way back in the day, Smurfzilla. Because he wore a lot of blue and shit.
always blue hat, blue
Mad
shirt.
blue. And I call it.
I mean,
everybody-
mistakes were made. You've come a long way.
Smurfzilla for
Green
the
camo
ladies.
hat, red Philly shirt.
I
Come
just
a
don't
long
gi-
way.
I don't give a shit tonight.
He didn't dress up for us, apparently.
Right. Kev just doesn't give a shit. My point this week is for anybody that's listening to the show right now. If you have not heard the most recent episode of Novak and Franz, it came out last week. I need you to, as soon as this show is over, go back and listen to it.
It's ridiculous.
Go find it wherever you're listening to this. Go find the most recent episode of Novak and Franz, or as I like to call it these days, Novak or Franz. I was giving Franz a hard time about it because they're like never on the show together right now. We had UFO expert Alejandro Rojas and Dave
Altman.
and we had UFO eyewitness Kevin Day on the show.
So when this show started and he was introduced, because he was introduced as UFO expert, right? On the show, on
Yeah.
Novak and Franz.
Alejandro Rojas?
Yes.
Yes.
And I started listening to it. And I'm like, how the fuck is there an expert on something that we don't even know if they exist? And then I got into the fucking episode, and my mind was fucking blown. Like, these fucking stories were unreal.
The Kevin Day told his story, and I'm not gonna like spoil the whole thing about it.
I want to talk about it so bad.
Talk about it. No. It's my point.
Go
Talk
for
about
it.
it. Like, I don't care about spoilers. They're gonna go back and listen to it or not.
They
You can't do it justice for whatever.
No,
you're
I
gonna
can't
say.
do it justice.
I can't do it
You
justice.
need to go back and listen to the
Absolutely.
episode.
Yeah. For the guy that lived this experience, it's just unreal.
Yeah.
But to be able to have something survive while it's pulling 16 G's,
Yeah.
16
Yeah.
G's,
Yeah. Or more.
or more, whatever, to go from 28,000 feet to right above the ocean in 0.7 seconds.
0.7 seconds.
Unreal.
Some people think so, that it's unreal. I happen to believe in this shit because in my opinion, I saw a UFO once in my life. It was just this subtle thing. I saw it. People are always like, "Oh, you were just high." I mean, I was, but like, it doesn't mean that it wasn't there. I wasn't like on acid or anything. I just smoked some weed, and there's no way that I saw a UFO because I smoked some weed. Okay, it had to have been there. But just hearing these guys talk about it was just absolutely mind blowing. Like when he talked about that maneuver in specific, Kev, that you just mentioned,
Yeah.
where it went from that height to that depth was staggering for me. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't even wrap my mind around it because they say later on in the episode, Alejandro says that if any man-made drone or plane of ours were to do something like that, it would just disintegrate. It wouldn't even be dust. It would just be gone.
It would implode.
Not even.
I don't know if you could sit. It would just tear itself apart into a billion pieces.
That's nuts.
It would just cease to exist.
That's nuts.
And so
because it's pulling 16 G's.
Yes.
right.
Yeah, there's nothing
Because
on Earth
the
strong
force
enough.
of the
Yes.
motion of it would just cause it to just destroy itself into nothing, like literally nothing.
And humans pass out at 5Gs.
Right.
And it was pulling more than 3 times that.
Yes. And also that it traveled the same speed underwater as it did above water, which can't be done
because there's more resistance
with anything that we do. Nothing.
That is ignoring all laws of physics.
Yes. Yes.
Which means it's not ignoring. It's in a more advanced physics than we know about.
It's like it has to like there has to be like almost like a fucking force field around this thing that is just literally bending the time space continuum. Like I can't think of anything that would cause this.
It's bending math.
It's bending
math.
Everything.
Numbers.
They were talking about those documents about what it was thought to be powered by and how it would work under different circumstances, but they said it went over their head for the layout of the scientific data.
Right.
So, I mean, you could look at that and see if you can connect the dots.
I mean, in this episode,
I can't.
there's a lot of information in that episode. They talk some about like the Skinwalker Ranch and shit, and how like that there's a bunch of like paranormal and alien activity in this like ranch in the middle of Nevada somewhere. And
I'll stay away.
Yeah. Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I would never.
Actually,
I would probably not even go back to Nevada. Like
Kevin,
the whole state, just because it's
you
there.
want an all expense paid trip.
Yeah. We're sending for our newest Patreon giveaway. We're giving 2 complete passes to the Skinwalker Ranch overnight experience
Hold on, don't mind me. I'm not on my phone.
by yourself. No tour guide. We just drop somebody off in the middle of this fucking weirdo ranch in Nevada. But the whole thing's crazy, man. And shout out to those guys because. Alejandro Rojas, I mean, full of knowledge on this shit, of knowledge on it. And it was such a pleasure to talk to him. And we talked about this recently on this show that the government has recently admitted
that there's aliens.
Well, no,
that there's
UFOs.
Yes. Who the fuck is manning them things though?
Right.
That's
what's starting to be more talked about publicly, and that's where these guys come in.
Dude, that is a point that I'll always argue. As these people that because a poll had, what was it, 2015? I don't even remember if it was where I saw this. If I heard it on the show or what, but 54%. I think a poll was done in 2015, and 54% of the people polled believe that there's something out there. Something.
I think we did talk about this on the show. I think we did say that.
But for those people that don't believe that there's something, I just can't even wrap my head around it, because you got to think about how big the fucking galaxy is. And then what goes past that? Think about how vast that is out there. And you're going to say that there's nothing else out there?
It's just us, Earth. That's it.
Well, I'm kind of one of those people. Kind of.
Why?
Hold on. No, I believe there's something out there.
Okay.
Now, I'm not trying to trash any guests or anything like that. They were nice enough to come on the show, say their piece. I don't believe those stories.
Okay.
I don't believe people's stories because, to me, that's what they are.
Okay.
I have I need to touch it, see it for myself kind of mind. I can't believe somebody else's story when it's just a story. If you're just throwing math at me, you're saying they're moving at this speed and this rate and G-forces. You're just saying numbers at me right now. That's all that is.
Now let me ask you.
You just picked some big numbers out of the air to me. But if you show me a video that is unequivocally not altered, if you put that thing in front of me and have it move, I'm going to start believing what you're saying. I'm not saying that those guys are wrong in any way. All I'm saying is skeptic. That's it.
Now, do you believe in aliens, point blank,
Yes.
period?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
But you would not consider that a possibility. Like hearing that story and like you're just like, no way.
Because there's 2 different kinds of aliens.
Right.
3 different. 1, less advanced than us. Still aliens. 2, same advancements as us. Still aliens.
Both of those
3,
types we wouldn't be here.
Right. Wouldn't be here. 3rd, could be here. If they could do that, why are they hiding?
Right.
If they could do that, why are they just consolidated to one little ranch? The United States government is able to cover them? Nah.
Well, most of these sightings and the ones that were talked about on the show, the one that Kevin Day was talking about experience happened off the coast of Los Angeles, right?
San Diego.
San Diego. Okay. And another one that they were talking about happened off the coast of Florida.
Yes, that was the episode that airs tonight. But
on Unidentified.
Yes,
right?
On the History Channel. But the video for Unidentified is government video from the planes.
See, because the crazy thing that's happening now, Greg, and the story that Kevin Day talked about.
I haven't listened to
the Novak and Franz thing.
Yeah,
go back and listen to it. I'm telling you, because the story that he told and the videos that were obtained from his plane, correct, CJ?
From the planes that he was talking to while doing the radar.
Okay, while doing the radar, because he saw a bunch of blips pop up, and they were doing training drills out there, and they wanted to be sure that they weren't going to run into something out there.
So he sent planes to go check to see what these blips were, and the government has since released the video from these planes.
His story inspired a New York Times article, which in turn got the government kind of like, all right, well, yeah, we can't really deny this anymore, and here are these videos. And it's a really crazy time for these people, the people who are like the X-Files people, the people like Alejandro Rojas, who are, kind of have been kind of considered conspiracy nuts for however long. And all this information is becoming more and more available now because the government essentially has acknowledged that, there's UFOs here. People have seen them, mostly pilots.
Yes.
And at least those are the ones that have like the credible like footage and things of that nature.
And I mean, this is like when we were talking about this, and I bust Fran's balls, I bust Dave's balls about the UFO thing because, little green men, blah, blah, blah. But the people that were on the episode, they're not talking about aliens themselves because they don't know anything. They're talking about the UFOs.
Correct.
Because they have stories, they have photographic and video evidence for these events.
Right.
So they're going on a limb and assuming that they're alien, but I mean that's the best option they have right now. But they're not talking about it's the grays or it's little greens or it's the.
That's a great point, CJ.
One thing I always thought, like again, skeptic here.
Yeah.
But if that is a UFO, if it's moving at that rate of speed and doing all these maneuvers, I'm going to say a 99% chance there's nothing inside that except computers and blinky lights.
Yeah.
It's just a probe. Like same thing that we do. It's just a probe.
Well, no. And they're
it's just remote. And they're able to control it from a ship somewhere that we can't detect or something like that if there is anything out there. And it's just going zip, 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 zip,
right.
zip, zip, zip.
Because if it can go from 20-some thousand feet in the air to the surface of the ocean in less than a second, it can probably go wherever it's got to go back to its mothership in way less time than we obviously can figure out how to accomplish.
And the guest admitted that was a possibility.
Right.
Yeah.
So once again, because they don't know what's inside the ship.
Yeah.
They just know the ship's there.
It is unidentified flying object. And they said that it's like shaped like it's a 40-foot tic tac.
Tic tac.
It's like it's just this giant flat thing with two little kind of antennas sticking out towards the bottom of it.
Well, I guess I'll
go check it out.
Amend what my classification myself.
No, it's cool.
Willing skeptic.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
cool.
A willing skeptic.
That's great.
willing to believe, but I'm just like, wait.
Yeah. Well, if you believe in aliens, if you believe, like you said, there's 3 different kinds, which I totally agree with. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's certainly possible that they are here, and maybe we're just like a giant ant farm to them, and that's why they don't interfere.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just
Pet
here
projects.
for them to just check out.
They're just gathering samples.
right.
Greg,
Could be.
always remember, Star Wars is happening right now in a galaxy far, far away.
That's exactly right.
Fuck.
Exactly right, dude.
Yeah,
Exactly
because
right.
it's not in the future. Remember the intro.
That's
it's
right.
happening right now, but far, far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just have no idea that they're there.
And one more thing, I do remember learning in school in intermediate astronomy that the number of habitable planets speculated to be out in the known universe is a greater number than the necessary things to happen to create life. So the fact that, it takes a few quadrillion necessary moments in order for life just to have happen, that number is less than the number of habitable planets speculated to be out there.
That's crazy.
So chances are there's something out there.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
could be a slug,
right.
but it's
Yeah.
life.
Right.
To say that we're the only thing is selfish and stupid and moronic.
See, I've talked about it on the show before that I think we're like some sort of weirdo descendants of aliens. Like maybe they shot us here, like our DNA here, which is
And they're just coming checking on us.
just coming in.
Saying what's up.
How these Earth dudes doing?
So
Let's just
here's
do-
a little behind the scenes stuff, because Novak does not like to talk about stuff that he doesn't feel that he can really contribute to. But we did talk on the phone about like, oh, here's the episode. Here's what's going to happen since you can't make it. And he goes, so what are your thoughts on it? So I'm like, it is what it is. He goes, you're not concerned about UFOs? I'm like, what can I really do about a UFO though?
Right.
Take a picture of it. You're CJ Schumann.
Yeah, but it's
What are
like,
you talking about? That's what you do.
no, but it's like, so if it's Independence Day,
Yeah.
I can't really do anything
You're
about
basically on the welcome wagon that gets blown out of the
Yeah.
sky.
that. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Which
Or-
is kind of where I'd want to be, I think. Just wipe me out then.
Is it
Just do
ET?
it. I
Is it
can't
Mars
fight you.
Attacks? Like,
Just
you know what?
do it. Yeah.
You know what? I can play music over my. Maybe I'll stop the aliens. But so Novak goes, you're really not that concerned about that? I was like, I cannot really be concerned about something that I can't deal with.
You can't control anything. There.
Yeah.
Can't control anything.
Let's do late review, no intro. What do you got, Kev?
I was going to go with The Stars Born. Me and Amy watched it.
You
It was
were
good.
going to go with it?
Yeah.
Well, why not go with it?
Because I listened to something better today.
What was it?
I've never reviewed it. Dilated People's Neighborhood Watch.
Ooh.
Oh wow, what a throwback!
Wow.
Popped up on my Pandora, searched out the album,
Yeah.
listened to it today. I gotta give it like an 8.5,
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
definitely.
it.
Wow.
Best concert I've ever been to,
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Well, Supernatural was there as well.
He was there as well. That was good. That was a good time. Were we at that show? We were at that show
Yes,
together.
dude. I believe half of Downingtown High School was there.
I think you're
Our
right.
graduating senior year.
Yeah, I think you're right. That was a lot of fun.
It was a blast.
That's a great album.
It's a great album.
Was that tour for that album? I think it was.
That tour was for College Dropout.
Right.
Yes.
Which came out around the same time.
2004.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah, buddy.
We're both doing music this week. I haven't done music in a while.
Me neither.
I was gonna pull. What are some of your favorite songs from that album?
What was my hands down? My favorite one is the one with Dilated Peoples of Kanye West. I'm drawing a blank right now. I have to look it up now. But
Is it this way?
this way, yes, you're right. You're right. but
I'm
it's
trying
great.
to look it up because I haven't heard that album.
Are your
forever.
ears hot?
Yeah, they are. They get really hot.
Marathon was dope as
His ears
shit.
are burning. His ears are burning.
I can't wear hats in the winter.
Marathon was dope as shit. Poisonous was dope as shit.
Yeah, dude.
World on Wheels was dope as shit. Wow, this album is fucking fire.
Awesome.
My pick this week is also a album. I pick The Roots 2000 smash hit or 2002 smash hit Phrenology.
Okay.
Their most notable song ever, probably on like commercial success, is on here. That's The Seed. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
No?
I don't like the Roots.
Might get kicked off iTunes for this, but
Okay.
okay, you know this.
Yep.
That's The Seed. But
Like 3 seconds, right?
yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So my favorite song ever, probably by The Roots, is called Quills. That's on this album. Pussy Galore is fantastic. That's a great song.
Great name for
Oh,
a
dude,
song.
you got to hear that song. Tonight, go listen to The Roots, Pussy Galore. I'm telling you right now, it's
Just
great.
Google Pussy Galore.
Rock You is on there. I mean, this album, Water, is a great song. Jill Scott kills it on Complexity. This album is it's an instant classic.
Oh my God.
It's an
Don't
instant
tell
classic.
me.
It's a 10, Kev.
Ugh.
It's a 10 for me. It's an instant classic. Kev, go do whatever you did today to listen to Dilated Peoples. Do it tomorrow, in fact.
You have no critique of this.
There's no reason for you to not go.
There's no way for that album to be any better.
The Neighborhood Watch.
No, I'm not saying that. I didn't give
There's
Neighborhood
for
Watch
your
a 10.
rating.
There's nothing that you could critique about that album. Say it could be better. This one track. This one. What's
He's
it? Who's it?
shaking his head.
This
Nothing?
note,
No.
Nothing.
this note was
I'm-
misplaced.
I am going through the
Then-
list right now.
Then, sir,
I can't.
why listen to any other Roots album?
You know what? I feel like the Roots have a couple other 10s.
Okay.
I really do feel that way.
Okay.
The complexity of their albums musically, and from album to album, they change like the vibe of
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? And
10s for different reasons.
yeah,
Okay.
10s for different reasons. Like what's the one? Game Theory. Game Theory has more of a like dark undertone. It's more political, and that shit is near perfect as well. It might be perfect. Phrenology, though, is just kind of like this upbeat, raw Philly hip hop band, full band. I mean, the Roots are just incredible in general, just for their beats, period. And then you add Black Thought, who is literally the greatest rapper of all time, in my opinion. He's number one to me. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
You're kidding me right
That-
now.
Who's your GOAT?
That's not where I was going with that.
What is it?
I was going to say that you're going to choose Black Thought over the RZA.
Yes.
Really?
As a rapper? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I would put Black Thought over everybody in Wu-Tang. But members of Wu-Tang are in my top 5 dead or alive, no doubt. Ghostface for sure, Raekwon probably.
Method Man.
I mean, he's 5 or the cusp.
Or the cusp.
I mean, you got to put Nas in there. You got to put Biggie in there. Like, I can't put, you know what I mean? I can't just like put.
How does it make you feel when people say that Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time?
I tell them to go listen to The Roots. go listen to Wu-Tang. I mean, Eminem is in my top 10, but he's not in my top 5. For sure. Yeah. He's not in your top 10.
He'd probably be in my top 5.
I can't hate on that. There's a lot of people that feel that way.
Biggie's my number 1.
I can't believe you guys are leaving out Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
we have like less than a minute. Do This Week in History quickly, Kev.
You can't play
Look,
the sounder.
the whole thing is happening right now.
Oh my God! I'm not gonna be able to do this. June 24th, 1947, Kenneth Arnold, American pilot, reported seeing strange objects in Washington State and described them as saucers skipping across the water, hence the term flying saucers. June 25th, 2005, Michael Jackson, lifelong musician, pop singer, and superstar, dies at age 50. June 26th, 1906, the first Grand Prix motorsport race was held in the Les Mans, France. June 28th, 1997, boxer Mike Tyson bites off Holyfield's ear in a heavyweight title fight.
Kev, great job, Kev. Great job, Kev. Wow, you broke a sweat during that. Go to patreon.com/MBN Network for the rest of this episode. We still got a whole lot of shit to talk about. Greg, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
CJ, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Kev, fantastic job tonight.
I appreciate it.
Everybody did fantastic tonight. I'm Taylor Cooper. Make sure to go to www.patreon.com/MBN Network for more. We're going to keep going right after this.
Snooze fest.